You know, everything's leaking these days. We're leaking this a little ahead of a press, an announcement that's going to be tomorrow. But you've only played in the States once before. It was in Houston. It celebrated Texas's 150th anniversary back in 1986. 1.5 million people. I'm sure it was fantastic. And you tied into NASA as well, an anniversary with NASA. But you're going to be kicking off a US tour, and I hope I remembered this right, guys, in Toronto on the 9th of May, and doing 10 dates, which will culminate here in Los Angeles at the Microsoft Theater. On the 27th of May.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm guessing tickets go on sale tomorrow. The announcement goes out tomorrow. First of all, how fantastic that you're going to be performing here in the States. And you're going to be playing Radio City Music Hall, some fantastic venues. Yeah. After all these years, how does it feel to be actually coming to the States and mounting a tour?
Quite fresh. I feel quite fresh because actually it's strange because a few times we were talking about touring in America, and for different reasons, and not because of United States, but for different reasons I was involved in different projects, and all these big concerts have been like film projects. Sometimes it took me 2 or 3 years to stage, plus some albums, and I must say that the first concert was so special. I would like to have a quick word about this. I mean, the Houston project is probably one of my most memorable concerts of my life, because it was, I mean, for the first time NASA was involved, and I by total coincidence I was like in a fantasy world, and we was in the middle of NASA talking with the astronauts. What could we invent and create for this concept? For the first time of its history, NASA decided to be involved in the cultural event, and then we decided that one astronaut, Ron McNair, should play live in the timelessness of space, live with us on stage. And we prepared everything. Everything was, NASA was equipped the whole shuttle to film the whole thing. And for the transmission, it was pretty sophisticated, obviously, technology, especially in those days. And unfortunately, it was a Challenger, and the whole project obviously crashed, and we became very good friends with Ron and with the old astronauts, and there was absolutely, everybody was in tears, and I said, okay, I give up, I don't want to do the concert, it's nonsense. And all the astronauts from NASA called me and said, you have to do it also for the astronauts and for them. And then this concert became something extraordinary, because it became far more than just a concert. It became also a tribute to these heroes, modern heroes. And this is the reason why this concert is so special to me. And also the whole thing, we had 1.3 million people, the federal highway has been blocked on 7 miles. I mean, it became insane. It's still, I think, the biggest crowd for a concert in America, still today. And obviously this is an unforgettable moment to me, and I'm really looking forward to go back to America with this brand new tour. It's something I started. It's a project I started 9 months ago in Europe, and I just finished 50 gigs over there. And I must say that we are all very excited. It's a very, very interesting project. I mean, the music is also pretty different. It's new arrangement of new tracks, but also some of the tracks in Oxygene rearranged. But the visual, I'm not saying this for any kind of, but for purely artistic reasons. You have to see it to understand what it is, because on YouTube these days we can see everything, and we sometimes have the feeling that because we are seeing it on YouTube, we see what it is. Sometimes yes, but in that case you have really to share the event live, because it's I did the scenography, and I designed this project in a kind of, I had in mind this kind of how to visualize the way I'm doing music. And when I do some music, I try to create some landscape, some soundscapes, some architecture of sound, creating some perspectives, and how to do this on stage. And I always thought that 3D would be great for that, but I hate 3D with glasses. I think it's the dark age of 3D. I mean, it gives you headaches, and I'm able even to pay more for watching a movie in 2D than 3D most of the time. You're losing brightness and so on, or what we know. And in that case, we conceive something which is a 3D without glasses, with kind of layers of screen. It's very special, and I was really scared that it won't work at all. And the first rehearsal, we were really blown away because it's really working it's very strong, and I think that it also, I mean, work with the music. I was looking for this kind of project and correspondence almost for all my life, to try to find a way to go beyond just having a series of video clips, I mean, illustrating songs. What you see so much in concert these days. I had really something different in mind, and I think it works really well. We had fantastic reviews and fantastic welcome in Europe, and I'm very excited to share this with you all and with this US tour. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited.
The music is going to be...
Thank you.
The music, as you said, is going to be a combination of earlier work and music from the new album, and of course electronica. And I want to talk a little bit about that, because Electronica 1 is Grammy nominated for Best Dance and Electronic Album.
Thank you.
And I know when, I have to tell you, I met Jean-Michel probably about this time last year, maybe, we had a conversation.
Yes, even...
And when he asked if I would do this, I was delighted to hang out with him, because he's cool. But when I met him today, when he arrived, he told me that he'd been in Shanghai 3 days ago, and then he flew to Paris, and then he flew here, and he drove here from the airport, and then tomorrow he's going down to Nam, and then he's going back